happened, or he's coming running straight for you. So really, you're actually in control. As long as there's respect there, right, and there's the love there, and you're playing your role and he's playing his role. They say that a woman is the neck to a man's head. So you can turn his head whichever way you want to turn his head. You just got to know how to. What were you going to say? You want to say something?
I really hate how being a single mother diminishes your value as a human being. How you can go from a 10, suddenly everyone's like, oh, now you're a 5 because you're single. That says nothing about who you are as a person. That says nothing about your mastery, about your talent, about the discipline that it takes to get you there. But now because somebody, because somebody now has disrespected,
that don't matter, bro.
Something has happened in her life.
That don't matter, bro.
Now they're
That don't matter.
That's such a shallow way to look at life.
Listen. At the end of the day, yeah. You have to just respect what the market wants.
What?
At the end of the day...
Do you know how much man want a single mum?
Let me just finish because I'll let you lot talk.
Do your thing.
I will do my thing, yeah? At the end of the day, if you don't care what the market wants and you talk and you tell yourself, oh, I'm not average, bro. Like, you're just going to continue losing, bruv. You should maybe understand the market. Guess what? Coca-Cola understands its market. That's why Coca-Cola is successful, bruv. So you can be deluded and think I'm a 10 and this because I'm got money and I went to this school and blah, blah, blah. Like, I do these podcasts, the same thing. And these women come and say the same thing because I went to this school and I've got money, but the market does not care about that. Yeah, and I'm sorry to say, like, you're saying, oh, but you know, single mother diminishing who you are as a person. No, you could be a great person and be a single mother. You can be an excellent person, but at the end of the day, the market, for the most part, is not going to want to couple up.
What market? It depends.
What do you mean the market?
It depends what market.
Men's the market.
What's the market? You're not my market. The man in his 40s.
Men. I said men.
He's not my market.
I said men.
Stop. Guys, one conversation. Thank you.
And it says something about your decision making if you become a single mother.
Are you all right? Do you know why I became a single mother?
Disagree, yeah.
That's uncalled for. You don't know what I experienced. You don't know what I experienced as a married woman to make a choice to be a single mother.
It's either you don't pick the right guys.
Oh.
It's something about your decision making. Right. Maybe you don't pick the right guys.
So abusive women that choose lovely, amazing men that just decide to be physically abusive because I chose that. Yeah? Is that what you're saying?
Say that again.
So I chose to be a single divorcee because of an individual's choice to be violent. Is that what you're saying?
It was your choice to get in a relationship with him.
Oh, because I didn't see his psyche.
It's like life turns out better if you take accountability for your choices. Sometimes.
What accountability are we putting on the man?
I disagree.
The abusive man made her the single mother. So where is the accountability for him?
An abusive man, he's wrong. I agree with you. But where do we take accountability for the fact of like you pick the men? So maybe
Sorry, Pearl, I have to say I disagree with you there. I definitely disagree with you there, and I'll tell you why. Look, I'm 38. I'm not a young girl. I've been married and I've been divorced. I've got experience. I've had a kid. You know, I've been there. I've done that. So if somebody gets married at a young age, right, they're young, right? So they're not that clued. Right. Look, let me start from the. We always talk about a problem, but we never ever get to the core of why that problem occurs.
But everybody's young. So everyone's young.
No, wait. As a young girl, I'm sure you'll all agree with me, okay? As a young girl, we are brainwashed. We are sold a fairy tale, right? We are all thinking, oh, we're going to wear this white dress and we're going to get married and we're going to be in love. No, we shouldn't have been taught that. We should have been taught the realness. Marriage is very hard. It's a struggle. You've got to make sure you know who you're marrying. Look, and also, people change over time. Somebody, you can marry them, and when you married them, they were okay. And over time, gradually, they got mental breakdown. They became a psychopath. They became antisocial.
But again, we all grew up in the same society, and people have different outcomes based on their choices. So if you make a choice...
Sorry, can I finish what I'm saying? I think what you're saying, everything that we say has to be within context. You know, some people might get married and the husband dies, and they become a single mother. You know, there's
but we're not talking about exceptions. We're talking about the rule. Are the majority of single mothers widows? No.
But does it go the other way? Does men's value diminish when they become?
No, it doesn't. No, because they can just get up and they can go and remarry.
Personally, for me personally, I'm not into the guys with kids. That's not my thing. But in general, no. I mean, most guys I know that have kids say it helps them in dating. Girls like it.
A guy can just get up and start all over again. He can literally.
So there's no accountability when it comes to men, but as soon as
it's not about accountability. It's about outcomes. Like, what outcomes do you get? And the outcome is that single mothers have a harder time in dating than single women.
That's the outcome.
And the outcome for men is oftentimes when men, not always, but oftentimes when men have kids, their outcomes are better. They get more girls because women like to see a guy that can take care of a kid. It signals to us that, like, again, it's not my thing also, personally.
Can I add on to that? Because I'm single mother, but I'm engaged. I'm getting married. However, before I got engaged, and it was me and my child. It is so the guy, he can just literally leave and go and start a whole new life, remarry, have a kid. You, however, he's not going to take that kid with him. That woman doesn't has to worry about that child. You're the one who's going to keep that child with you 24/7. So if you try to decide to date, right, it's not as simple. You can't just go out and date. You got to think about your child, especially if it's a little girl or a boy. You got to know who you're bringing to your house. You got to know who you're bringing around your child. And then, like, say for example, you're like, even when you're married, it's the child's own father. He starts to get jealous of that child. He'll start telling you, "Oh, I'm not getting any time anymore." So how do you think a guy who's not even the father of that child is going to feel?
Would you want your brother to date a single mother over a single woman?
Okay, hold on. All else equal, everybody wants a person without a child versus a person with a child. That's going to be true, all else equal. The reason why men tend to get away with it more than women is because women are often the ones taking care of the kid. Now, you might think in your mind, well, I know some single dads are really successful, but single dads that fight for custody is already a minority of a minority. So you're already probably selecting for pretty successful guys. So I think
single dads, say that again?
Single dads that are fighting for custody of kids or can take care of their kids, you're already selecting for a pretty rare guy.
Yeah, right, because they don't typically win.
No, because they don't typically fight for it. They usually just cut and run.
But the reason is, like, I've talked to different attorneys about this, and the reason most attorneys will tell guys not to fight for custody because it's so expensive.
No, they won't. I've talked to the lead attorney too. No. They tell them not to fight because oftentimes they won't win. Because when a court is trying to figure out who's going to get custody of the kid,
it's very expensive. And a lot of times it's like, do you want to waste your life savings when you're most likely are not going to win?
No. None of this is true. Okay, hold on. You can look up all the numbers and all the stuff if you want. The reason why men typically don't fight is because, one, because if they fight and they're in a bad place to win because they haven't been taking care of the kid, they're not going to have a good outcome from the judge. When the judge is looking, let me finish this point yet. Okay. When the judge is looking at who gets custody, it's not about who puts up the better defense in court, who's got the more expensive lawyer. It's who spent most time with the child. So if the mom has spent 95% of the time with the kid, doesn't matter how much you pay to a lawyer, you're not going to win custody.
She would do it. She's a housewife.
When men do fight for custody, they win 60% of the time.
But the problem is, like, women can make it so the dad doesn't even see the kid and then go to court and then say
whose fault is that? Wait, hold on. Wait, no, wait, stop. Hold on. You just went on a whole spiel about take accountability for your decisions, blah, 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 and now you're saying what? Is the mom playing hide and go seek with the kid?
What do you
take
mean?
accountability?
What do you mean when you say the wife has made it so the husband can't take care of the kid?
Well, you've never heard of cases where women don't let the dad see the kid.
Hold on. Wait. Earlier you said we weren't going to talk about exceptions. You want to talk about the rules. So don't give me the hide and go seek with the kid.
It's more common than you think.
You're still, you see how you're being snaky there when you say that? It's more common than you think? How often do you think a mom is hiding the kid from the husband? Give me a percentage.
What percentage? That's a good question. I don't know.
Because in the UK, if that be the case, and I work in the industry, it's $275 to get a C101 application to go to the court for contact for your child. It isn't what it is in America. It's very easy. I can go out and do a bottle for $275. So I don't want to hear that excuse because I can go to court and police can turn up at my door if I go against